Ever wondered what history books might have left out? Curious about the lesser-known but equally intriguing aspects of our past? These questions have certainly crossed our minds. History is filled with countless stories, and some of the most fascinating ones are often overlooked in our school textbooks. From surprising historical figures to remarkable events, there's a world of knowledge waiting to be unearthed. Stay tuned as we dive into the top 10 historical curiosities that you probably never learned in school. Starting at number 10, we have the Great Emu War of Australia. Now, if you're picturing soldiers battling against giant birds, you're not far off. In 1932, Australia was facing an unusual crisis. A massive flock of emus, around 20,000 strong, were rampaging through the Western Australian wheat belt, causing havoc and destroying crops. With no other solution in sight, the Australian military was called in to handle the feathery menace. Armed with machine guns, they declared war on the emus. But here's the kicker. The emus, despite being flightless birds, proved to be formidable opponents. They were surprisingly resilient and fast, causing the military to retreat after several unsuccessful attempts. The Great Emu War ended in a stalemate, with the emus causing significant agricultural damage. This bizarre chapter of history serves as a reminder of the unpredictability of nature and the lengths humans will go to protect their livelihood. Yes, you heard that right, a war on birds. Now let's move on to our next curiosity. At number 9, we have the Dancing Plague of 1518. Imagine it's a typical summer day in Strasbourg, and suddenly, without any apparent reason, people start dancing. Not just a gentle jig, but a wild, frenzied foot stomping that goes on for days. This wasn't a case of collective joy, but a bizarre epidemic that struck the city in the 16th century. Hundreds of residents found themselves caught up in an uncontrollable urge to dance. Different theories have been proposed to explain this strange occurrence. Some suggest it was due to ergot poisoning, a hallucinogenic mold that grows on damp rye. Others believe it was mass hysteria, triggered by high levels of stress and superstition. Whatever the cause, the Dancing Plague of 1518 remains one of history's most intriguing mysteries. It's a stark reminder of how little we sometimes understand about the human mind and how it reacts to the world around us. A true head-scratcher, isn't it? Now on to our next curiosity. At number 8, we uncover the mystery of the lost city of Atlantis. Let's dive into the deep end with this one, the lost city of Atlantis, a tale that has captivated the minds of scholars, historians, and dreamers alike. This supposed utopia, first mentioned by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, was said to be a powerful and advanced kingdom that sank, in a single day and night of misfortune, into the ocean's depths. But was Atlantis real, or just a myth? The debate has raged on for centuries. Some believe Plato's tale was a work of fiction, an allegory on the hubris of nations. Others, however, have taken his words as truth, proposing potential locations for Atlantis, from the Mediterranean Sea to the Caribbean. Despite the numerous expeditions and theories, the truth about Atlantis remains obscured by the mists of time. From one mystery to another, at number 7, we have the Bermuda Triangle. Stepping away from the ancient world, let's take a trip to a modern mystery. The Bermuda Triangle, a region in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean, is notorious for the unexplained disappearances of ships and aircraft. The boundaries of the triangle are often defined by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, forming a region of about 500,000 square miles. Theories about the Bermuda Triangle range from reasonable to outlandish. Some suggest magnetic anomalies, others propose extraterrestrial activity. The more scientifically inclined point to environmental factors like rogue waves or explosive methane gas rising from the ocean floor. Yet, despite the myriad of theories, no single explanation has been universally accepted. Two mysteries that continue to baffle us. Now let's uncover more historical curiosities. We're just scratching the surface here, and there's plenty more to explore. But that's what makes history so fascinating, isn't it? The unsolved mysteries, the unanswered questions, the endless curiosities. So, stick around as we delve deeper into the annals of history to uncover more captivating curiosities. At number 6, we have the Great Molasses Flood. Now brace yourselves, because this historical event is as bizarre as it sounds. It was the year 1919, in the heart of Boston, when a massive molasses storage tank burst. This was no small spillage. An enormous wave of molasses rushed through the streets at an estimated 35 miles per hour. The sticky tsunami resulted in a devastating loss of 21 lives and left a significant part of the city in a sticky predicament. It took weeks to clean up the aftermath, and the event left an indelible mark on the city, both literally and metaphorically. Now imagine the sheer force of such an incident. It was a disaster that demonstrated the immense power of something as mundane as molasses, reminding us that even the most commonplace elements can have extraordinary impacts under the right circumstances. The Great Molasses Flood is a stark example of how unexpected events can shape history and change the course of a city's narrative. From a sticky situation to a fiery one, at number 5, we have the Great Fire of London. In the year 1666, a fire sparked in a bakery on Pudding Lane, rapidly expanding into a blaze that would consume much of the city. Despite the initial chaos, the fire eventually led to a significant transformation in London's architecture. The fire, which lasted for 4 days, destroyed 87 churches, 13,200 homes, and numerous public buildings. The city was left in ruins, but from the ashes arose the opportunity for change. London's narrow streets and timber houses were replaced with brick buildings and wider roads, paving the way for the city we recognize today. The Great Fire of London, while disastrous, ultimately sparked a revolution in urban planning and architectural design. It's a testament to human resilience and adaptability, demonstrating how even in the face of significant challenges, we can rebuild, innovate, and progress. 2 disasters that shaped history in unexpected ways. Let's look at what's next. At number 4, we have the Year Without a Summer. A remarkable phenomenon indeed, where the world was plunged into a sudden climatic anomaly in the year 1816. This year is also known rather ominously as 1800 and froze to death. But what caused such a drastic change in weather patterns, you ask? The answer lies in the mighty power of Mother Nature herself. In 1815, Mount Tambora in Indonesia erupted, spewing an enormous quantity of volcanic ash into the atmosphere. This ash cloud, so vast it dwarfed any modern pollution cloud, spread across the globe, blocking out sunlight and causing temperatures to plummet. The result was a year of winter, a year without a summer. Crops failed, livestock died, and famine spread across Europe and North America. It was a stark reminder of our vulnerability to the forces of nature and the interconnectedness of our world. From a year of chill to a day of heat, at number 3 we have The Hottest Day on Earth, a title that goes to July 10, 1913 in Furnace Creek Ranch, Death Valley, USA. On this day, a temperature of 56.7 degrees Celsius was recorded, the highest ever witnessed on the face of our planet. This intense heat posed a significant threat to life in the area. Humans and animals alike struggled to cope with the extreme conditions, with many succumbing to heat stroke and dehydration. The local ecosystem was drastically affected, as many species of plants wilted under the scorching sun. It's a stark reminder of the extremes our planet can reach, and the resilience required to survive in such harsh conditions. Incredible how our planet has seen such extremes. Let's move on to our final curiosities. At number 2, we have the Voynich manuscript. This perplexing parchment, discovered in the early 20th century, is a real brain teaser for historians and cryptographers alike. Its pages are filled with an unknown language or code that, despite the best efforts of the world's top minds, remains undeciphered to this day. The manuscript is adorned with strange botanical illustrations, astronomical diagrams, and what seems to be recipes. Yet the meaning behind these pictorial enigmas is as elusive as the text itself. The Voynich manuscript truly is a testament to the enduring mystery of history. And finally, at number 1, we have the disappearance of the Roanoke colony. This tale of vanishing settlers in the late 16th century has baffled historians for generations. The Roanoke colony, established on Roanoke Island, now part of North Carolina, was found deserted by a supply ship in 1590. The only clue to what may have happened was the word Croatoan carved into a post. Despite numerous theories, from integration with local tribes to alien abduction, the fate of the Roanoke colonists remains shrouded in mystery. The word Croatoan itself has become synonymous with unexplained disappearances. And there you have it, the top 10 historical curiosities that you probably never learned in school. From wars with birds to dancing plagues, history is full of curiosities. We've journeyed through 10 such instances today, each more intriguing than the last. They reveal the uncanny, the bizarre, the downright unbelievable. Yet they're all pieces of our past, a testament to the mystery of human existence. History, after all, isn't just a collection of dates and events, it's a treasure trove of oddities, waiting to be discovered. Remember, history is not just about dates and events, but also about the intriguing and the unexpected. Keep exploring, stay curious.